All right, we've got some Wesker here. This is the Halloween event. I've been having a lot of fun with Wesker. I don't know why I stopped playing him. I think it's probably maybe fatigue. I don't know. I do like to play different killers, but there are some killers who I main who I just can't get enough of. Wesker's definitely one of them, even though I'm not the best with his virulent bound. He's my highest prestige killer at the moment. I think he's at prestige 81, so I'm on the road to 100 with him. This match though is a pain, and you'll see why coming up.
You disappoint me. Is that the best?
I wanted to play a normal match, but unfortunately, the survivors in this game just didn't afford me that opportunity. I wanted to try this build where it's I want to make Wesker as undetectable as possible. And I have a few more videos coming up where I use the sunglasses and the bullhorn add-ons to make him even more undetectable. I'm not going to pretend I didn't see that. And here we go. Already it's one of these players. So I'd like to remind everyone that if you do enjoy the content on this channel, please give it a like, subscribe. It really does help with the algorithm. YouTube has been very punishing lately with its algorithm. I don't know why it's so finicky, but anything you can do to help the channel grow is greatly appreciated. See, I feel like a more experienced Wesker player would have gotten that. I know you can adjust your camera angle halfway through the dash. I'm just not used to doing that. It's rather disorientating for me to have to look like to the left or to the right, when I'd rather just look straight on when I'm in the dash. So it's not a very, it's not something I'm used to doing. Did you really, though? I expected more from you. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, you can't stop this because they've buffed sabotage for some stupid reason. I thought I could make this hook, but I can't. I don't know why I didn't, unless she has breakout as well. Yeah, this is they've made sabotage an uncounterable situation now for killers. And what I'm doing here, I'm just going to let her bleed out, because I've had it with these sabotage survivors in this game. It's just the amount of frustration there's no describing it. As I said, I have no idea why they buff sabotage speeds. The behavior is just always about removing uncounterable situations, except when it comes to killers. Because I couldn't stop that. Even with like full save the best for last stacks, I don't think you'd be able to stop that. So she can listen to Wesker laugh for the rest of the trial. Now, if these guys were smart, they would simply work on gens and then just leave. I would only get one kill, but they don't seem to be doing that. And the more they try to save, the more injures I can get. And I can put them in an even worse position. I mean, honestly, at this point, I didn't really care if I was going to get a 4K or not. I just wanted to see this. I wanted to see this survivor gone. They know that sabotage speeds can't be stopped. So, of course, they still bring the... Like, Alex's toolbox was broken before. But now there's no stopping it. So they bring the best. And, you know, you're just watching a player who's pretty much at their wits' end in terms of this kind of nonsense. So I figured, well, she's bleeding out on the ground. She can't sabotage any more hooks. And she has a problem with being hooked, then I won't hook her. Poor performance indeed. Yeah, they can all listen to Wesker hurl insults at them. You can listen to Wesker laugh. He's got a very delightful laugh. See, now they've got two people slugged. I don't know why they just aren't doing gens. This match would have been over if they started just working on gens. Now, I don't know. Am I being a little toxic here? Maybe. But Survivor players who teabag at exit gates will say, well, it's just pixels on a screen. So it's just pretty much the same thing. But yeah, if they were more focused on generators, I would have lost. Yeah, I would have lost by now had they been doing their objective. Which, as I said, I didn't really care. I was just overwhelmingly frustrated with the inability to complete my objective because behavior thinks it's a good idea to buff a mechanic in the game where it makes it completely uncounterable. So yeah, basically at this point I'm willing to just play a normal match now that the sabotage girl is gone. And this is the new Void realm in the Halloween event. It's a very underwhelming event. Basically, if you want to win on either side, you have to ignore it. It's just too much of a time waste. It's nice to get the points, but I don't know. I think they need to do something radically different for this event. Like, just get rid of generators, get rid of hooks, have the objectives be something completely different that actually synergizes with the event. Because as it is now, if you're not doing gens or if you're not hooking survivors or trying to kill them and just focusing on the event mechanics instead, it's going to waste too much time. You won't have much of a chance of winning. it unfortunately is a very lazy way of having another game mode in the game. Unlike with Chaos Shuffle or 2v8 or Lights Out. Because at least those events synergize with your objectives on Survivor and Killer side. This event doesn't. You have to go out of your way to engage with the mechanics of the event. I really haven't gotten a chance to take advantage of this build all that much. I don't know if Dark Devotion is a good perk, because what I found out when playing this build is that when you hook your obsession, the obsession immediately changes to someone else. So the timer for Dark Devotion, you could be in the middle of it, still getting the undetectable status, but if you hook the obsession when you're still undetectable, it immediately switches it, and then that undetectable status just goes away. So I don't know if Dark Devotion is the right call here. I could use Tinkerer, but I find Tinkerer to be a very stressful perk, especially going against efficient survivors, because you have generators just exploding left and right, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that kind of nonsense when using a perk like that. He's just going to stay at this window. It's one of the strongest windows on this map. Okay. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to grab him, not open the other locker.
Is all I can spare.
So you see, as soon as I got that Feng out, who was going around sabotaging hooks, I was completely willing to play a normal game. And of course he 4%, because why not? I probably can't pick that Feng up anymore. She'll wiggle free, so I just have to put him back on the hook. Yeah, he had head on, so really does very little for him at this point. So yeah, at this point, she's about to bleed out. I'm just going to mori him when she dies. That way I won't even have to bother with the hook. Yeah, this match was frustrating. It's no other word for it. But as I said, as soon as that one Feng is gone, and no one else. I mean, he sabotaged a hook, but I was going to go after him anyway since I saw him. As soon as she was gone, I was much more willing to play a normal match. And that's it. So, yeah. Yep. 80. So almost there to P100 Wesker.